Welcome to the global unveil of the Ducati V4 Streetfighter. So just finished the main presentation, over 1,000 people in that room, all getting very, very excited about new Ducatis. Some quite strange left field stuff, e-bikes, weirdness, but the thing that we're here and the most excited to see is behind this curtain over here. It's the new V4 Streetfighter. I've got my hand on the V4S. This is the top spec Streetfighter V4 that you can get. I'm going to try and remember all of the details, but we've only seen this bike for about an hour, so there may be a little bit of me trying to look at my notes and pretend that I know what I'm talking about. It comes in at just under £20,000, which, when you consider that it's a Panigale V4S without any clothes on, it's going to be a strong bike in the market. If you think about the price of a Super Ducati, a Tuono V4, all the top spec bikes are all up around this kind of money. So, you know, electronically adjustable suspension, forged Marchesini wheels, 208 horsepower out the door, 220 if you put the race exhaust on, 214 horsepower if you put the swanky kind of street slip-on exhausts, TFT screen, stacks of rider modes, slide control, engine brake control, wheelie control, all kinds of control. I know that all bikes out there have this kind of stuff at the minute, but it's a 210 horsepower bike without any clothes. It's going to be really, really hard not to just get really excited and carried away with this thing before we get a chance to ride it. The biplane wings on the side are a different feature to the single wing that you've seen on 2020 V4S now has a wing, and Panigale V4R has an extended wing. The naked version runs two for a number of reasons. One of them we can get to when we talk to Paolo, who's the V4 lead, so he knows the technical differences between the two bikes. Essentially, it's really, really hard to stop a naked 210 horsepower motorbike from just wheeling and flying away everywhere. And two wings gives it more of a chance of you maintaining control than one wing. It's quite interesting, I think. They're not messing around. This bike is going to kick ass. So we've just grabbed Paolo Quattrino, who is the project manager for V4 Panigale and V4 Streetfighter. Paolo, thanks for having a chat with us. So Paolo, we're just after the key differences between V4 Panigale and V4 Streetfighter.
Okay. Hi everybody. Instead of speaking about differences, we prefer to speak about similarities.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, because as Mr. Domenicali showed in the presentation, we speak about the fight formula. Fight formula is the start from the Panigale V4. Starting from the Panigale V4, we stripped down the bike from the fairings because we would like to show the beautiful of the V4 mechanics and of the front frame, and all the the beautiful mechanic of the Desmo 16 is fully exposed, and this is the main part, it is the heart of the bike. Essentially, the Desmo 16 stradale of the Panigale V4 is exactly the same that we use on the Streetfighter V4. In fact, the difference in power is just 6 horsepower less respect to the Panigale V4. 208 horsepower for the Streetfighter V4 and 214 power for the Panigale V4. And basically, even the chassis is the same because the Panigale V4 was designed having in mind the Streetfighter.
Okay.
So there is minor differences in the two bikes regarding the chassis. Yeah. And it's possible even thanks to the biplane wings. As the Panigale V4, especially the 2020, has the wings, even the Streetfighter V4 has the wings. Yeah. In a different configuration, single wings for the Panigale V4, biplane wings for the Streetfighter. Yep. The reason why is due to the fact that it is a naked bike, so we want to have as clean as possible the side view of the bike. Yep. But in terms of efficiency, the two type of configuration wings are almost the same. In fact, the wings of the Panigale V4 deliver 30 kilos of downforce at 270 kilometers per hour.
And this is 28?
28, exactly. 28 at 270 kilometers per hour. So the efficiency is quite the same. And another point is of course, the side view of the bike that is used as just very clean and compact plastic covers. Yep. For instance, the upper part that is perfectly integrated with the fuel tank. And this is, as I said before, to keep exposed the Desmo 16 stradale.
Yeah. Imagine it runs cooler, or the heat dissipation is greater because of the lack of fairing panels around the motor.
Yeah. This is one of the main point of the Streetfighter, and I think that all the fan of this kind of bike is the possibility to see the mechanic.
Yeah.
This is really important. But at the same time, just to say again, removing the fairing of the bike, you can have problem instability of the bike, and that we perfectly solved with the biplane wings.
Yeah. And what has dictated the top speed of the machine? Have you capped it because of aerodynamics, or have you capped it because of gearing and power?
Due to the gearing, and in any case, consider that removing the fairing, we don't have a protection to the rider against the hair, so this is naturally reduce the speed of the bike. And the maximum speed is also reduced due to the shorter final ratio, because it's shorter respect to the Panigale before, because we want to have a bike that has really a quick response to the throttle opening. And so, as you see in the graphic, the torque at the real wheel is 30% higher respect to those of the Panigale before at third gear. This is to this reason, so lack of the fairing and shorter final ratio, the reason why the top speed is lower respect to Panigale before. But again, we are speaking about 290.
Good numbers.
Good numbers, and not for all the riders.
Yeah. Well, Paolo, thank you very much. We look forward to riding it. Thank you, mate.
Finiti ora la presentazione, quindi davvero grazie ragazzi. Grazie parecchio.